Hello, fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385, your YouTube gaming community number 14! Anyway, okay, let's start off today, but let's just get the podcast out of the way, okay? Okay, AllGenGamer number 6, okay? Even though the review guy gave him a new fancy intro that would probably fit on either any radio or TV show, quite frankly, even though the transitions are smoother, where there's no longer those gaps of silence, like someone doesn't want to know when the other guy's going to talk. If you didn't like 1 through 5, you're not going to like 6. If you're leaning towards maybe you liked 1 through 5, or if you really like the guys a lot, then you will like AllGenGamers number 6. It's just that simple. They had a guest this time that has his own podcast. It's over 200 episodes, so he knows when a conversation's over, and he has a personality and opinion. And so it was a better podcast. That's it. I'm not gonna say more about it. Now on any ones they do, I'm gonna simply talk about the guy they had on it and what they talked about, and then if it drastically changes better or drastically changes worse. I don't believe on beating a horse or someone up, bleeding someone to death, because it's just simply what it is. Now, I checked out MondoCoolCast number 14. He had the live stream of the podcast yesterday or Saturday. I was in the chat room from 9:11 p.m. Central Time to 11:41 p.m. Central Time. I got in there, and I'm gonna just say his name because I get this actually comment a lot. Monte Carlo 10254. I believe I hope I got your numbers right, man. He had said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't had time to check out your latest game community video." Now, listen, I get this comment a lot. The truth is, when you do a series of videos, and anybody who's done it knows this, when you do a series of videos, sometimes the weekend people catch up with all the videos you did through the week. Sometimes it's 2-3 weeks later. Sometimes every 4 video, a person might leave a comment or whatever. They were just simply made whenever it's convenient for you. Check out the channels and the links that I talked about. So. Also, I was in that chat room, not like I'm some big guy. I was just another guy in the chat room, which is the way I like it. Jerry Terrifying, who's the host of MondoCoolCast, he's in there chatting why the interview's being played, and the hour and a half interview, the other hour that he didn't play will be in the podcast, which gives people a reason to download the podcast who are in the live chat and listen to it. But anyway, he's like, yeah, I just subscribed to your channel, and I like the links you do under the videos of the game community. The truth is, I've gotten a lot of comments about the links, and that is the point of links, is you go check out the links, check out the channels and those links, their videos, and maybe you'll like it. But anyway, MondoCoolCast 14, the guy on well speaker had a personality, had a well speaker. They talked about YouTube a little bit, talked about video games a little bit, they talked about pop. The guy lives off his website, which to me has got to be in some ways very terrifying, but some ways very exciting, because think about it. What happens if, everyone, you got to worry about what happens if views drop off and then ads don't get views and all the other stuff. But anyway, I will say this about Jerry Terrifying, by the way. He's very, to do a podcast, and it's easier to do it just you doing your podcast than 2 or 3 people, because you're relying on yourself, and so it's easier to do it when you know what you want to talk about and just bam, bam, bam. I mean, to do a podcast, you have to talk quickly, answer things quickly. Like when you do a YouTube video, video game, whatever video game you want to talk about, you can go back and look to make sure you got the history of it right. Where when you do a podcast, you have to know it when you talk about it, especially when he's doing a live stream. You don't get no redo. You don't get to go back and go, oh yeah. No, you have to do it, So anyway, he gave away 2 games in this podcast after the video interview was over, and it went live again. And then I guess when they do the next one, if you want to know when the next one is, just check out Jerry Terrifying's YouTube page or check out his Twitter page. And next one, I know they're going to give away a game in that one too. So other thing you might want to check out, I saw his comments. I actually saw this on Twitter anyway. GameStream1 earlier in the week was talking about how it was a little irritated that his AdSense went down. He couldn't edit the videos, and some people say, well, it's all about the money, videos, not the money. Well, the truth is, he's like everybody else in a sense complaining about YouTube, something not working. If you had AdSense and it didn't work, you'd probably be complaining too. So, anyway, let's get to our drawing, shall we? The 4 people who get my checkout channel list for a week each. And here they are in the names. Now, here's what I did. I changed a little bit. Anybody who left me a comment at all, it didn't matter whether you said I wanted to be in this or not, and anybody who sent me personal messages in this. Actually, 2 people only sent me personal messages, asked to be in this. So they're all names like this. I don't know who they are. Now I'm going to look down at it. Let's see. Who do I got here? The first one is GamecubeChannel. So GamecubeChannel, send me your list of 15 channels. I'll put it on the list. Number 2. Week number 2 is... Who is it? Oh, oh, Jboypacman, you're week number 2, man. So whenever you get your list done, give it to me, and then you'll be the second week. Next up is TheLoadingScreenZ. You're the third one, guy. Just send me your list. And the final and 4th person is 78 Strider HIRYU. So you 4 guys, just send me your list of 15 channels that you think people should check out on the checkout channel list, and I'll put up. And then depending on when the 4th week is up, depending on how many, honestly, how many views, or I don't like to make a big deal about subs, but how many more people see this and would interact with it, then I'll do it again, because I don't want to just keep rotating the same people over and over again through it. So anyway, that's cool. So next up, his name, he says his name is Air Sniper. He's the guy who was the player I talked about who asked me the question about why gamers buy, so many bad game, any game, blah blah blah. Well, if you don't call it the way he does, it's actually A1R5N1P3R is his YouTube channel. Anyway, he had a video up called Video Game Industry Dead. He sent me a message on my front of my page saying my opinion on it, and I looked at it, and it's a very interesting video. He I gotta give him credit. He's very well at speaking his opinion. It's about how, first of all, one of the things he's doing is he sees no competitive game for him to play right now in the any near future, which I understand in a sense. Not that, but I understand no games in the future, because listen, this generation, I thought I'm just gonna take off. There's nothing that interests me. I didn't want an Xbox 360. Yeah, they're Microsoft. PlayStation was too expensive, and the Wii was, in high demand. Ironically, of all things, it was the DS and New Super Mario Brothers that brought me back, and now I have that. I have all 3 of the other systems and more, and retro games. So, and he was talking about, what he originally thought of his channel, and his channel going into second phase, and how esports are dead. And when you're asking, what are esports? Well, esports are basically when someone decides, I'm going to put up money on this game, we're going to play online, whoever wins gets the money. Set up some kind of tournaments, like LAN tournaments, okay? Which LAN's dying. Computer makers just don't want to do it anymore. If you want to know the other way, example, this is, okay, EA Sports is Madden. They now do the Madden tournament, right? Which sells copies. Originally it sold copies. Now, a return diminishes every year, because what got people excited goes away after time. But it's a big company taking over that instead of it being spontaneous terms where a guy's really good, says, I'll put $50 up. Whoever wants to join, we'll have a big tournament. Whoever wins at the end gets the money. It's a very interesting video. You should check it out. It talks about other stuff than that, and really, I highly recommend that video. Other videos to check out: Magnus X1 said goodbye to YouTube for a while. It's not a bad thing. It's in effect a good thing, where other things in life are going so well, and he's so busy that he just doesn't have time for YouTube. Originalfusegaming has vlog number 2 Ustream on Sunday, September 26th. She's going to do a Ustream. Atarileaf's video game hockey history trailer. The reason why it's a trailer is because the video was too big for YouTube, so we put it on another site, and there's a link to it. It's a really, really good trailer. It has his usual humor. If you love hockey or video game hockey, check it out. Luke Morris 1 has the iPhone 4 gaming and apps videos. If you like the iPhone or want to see some games on it. A Murphy 245 has Japanese retro pickups. I always love seeing when other countries' game covers, and so it's really cool. Next up, special shout out to Xbox Collections, because he does gaming community interviews where he's only done 3 where he interviews other people who have YouTube channels. I'll link to the latest one. He said that the newer one the next one's gonna be up in 2 to 3 weeks. And he has his channel and playlist, so if you don't go to the link and you just go to his channel, he has playlists of everything. There seems to be a lot of people seem to be doing that. I don't do it because I'd rather see just people see how old my videos are and how I progressed, but to each his own. Memories, the DreamCast is by GeekerDays, where he talks obviously about his memories of the DreamCast. RetroGamerVX Super Mario's Birthday Challenge. plus the history of Mario and a cake. It's where September 13th is the 25th anniversary of the Japanese release of Super Mario Brothers, and he has a very funny challenge. You have to check it out. It's hilarious. David Hassel 3L Hoff has a 500 subscriber special part 2 of 3 shout out. And why I'm thinking of that, he had a bunch of shout outs. Mr. Zebra Gamer also has, what do you say, most shout outs ever. It's a video where he just shout out after shout out in the video. I'll link to that. Techromancer 1 has Broke as a Joke video game pickups. He has some really cool pickups in that. Cessnaace Mystery Unpacking 14. He got some homebrew games in a package, so if you like that, check that out. Now, some channels for you to check out. Let us start it off with, here we go. Okay. I don't know if it's LL or 11, but I'm just assuming LL, She has 741 subs. She does vlog, commentary, contest, top 5, opinions, and when you go to her channel page, the first video that comes up is Whatever Happened to Arcades. Next up is Slider36. He has 450 subs. He does all playthroughs of Mega Man. So Mega Man 1 through 7, Mega Man and Base, Mega Man The Wily Wars, Game Gear Mega Man, Game Boy Mega Man 3, 4, and 5, Mega Man X, Mega Man X2, Mega Man X3, and then he has one awesome channel page of all the like Mega Man bosses and stuff. It's really cool. Sky Catpin number 3. He has Sky Catpin, excuse me. He has 3 subs. He has an intro to his channel and a collection video. Master Poke Girl has 23 subs. She does blog, gameplay, pickups, and unboxing. Golden Jelly Bean, she has 1,034 subs. 1,134 subs, excuse me. She does crochet of video game characters and drawing of anime characters. Ataru34 has 131 subs. He does gameplay of retro games. And Ness Master has 1,093 subs. He does collection, unboxing, rant, tag, intro, interviews, and game music tracks. Okay. Now let's get to the other thing I want to talk about real quickly. This is a positive, not a negative in the community. A positive is Amy's Bro and 8-Bit Memories, thanks to another guy who I will link into my notes, the guy who actually brokered it, are now no longer blocking each other. Their whole issue is over. It was just a simple, I'm not going to tell you what the guy's names who did what, but simply it was a simple thing where one guy sent a message on Skype saying, hey, I want to do a parody of your show, your video show. And let's be honest, when you put yourself in the public on YouTube, you are ready for all the good responses to your videos, all the bad responses to your videos, and even parodies, because simply put, you're out there, people can make parodies of you. And the other guy was nice enough to respect him enough to send him a message on Skype and say, hey, I want to do a parody of your show. And the other guy, we put hours and hours of this show in your channel, and if you're on a bad day, you could the stupidest thing get you worked up. And he got upset and he blocked him. And so the other guy did what I would have done, simply say, you know what, heck with you, block me, I'm still gonna make parodies of you. And the first parody was I could see how people could say it was, how he liked the show, and he was making fun of some of the things he did. But 2 and 3 kind of got into personal to me. He just kind of was more attacking more because he's mad because he blocked him, and and that. And the other guy was feeling the consequences because, like I said, his subs started asking questions. Hey, well, why are you making fun of this guy and what's going on? And he told them what had happened, and they got even mad. And they started sending the other guys messages. Hey, you don't get a lot of views on your videos and blah 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 blah. And so, and again, it's simply it's one of those things. It's hopefully a learning lesson for both people. And in the end, another guy on YouTube, made them both brokered a deal. They both. Now they're unblocked and they comment on each other's channels and it's all gone. So it's good for everybody. So anyway, guys, in case you want to know real quick, 2 things I'm going to be doing when I change over next week when I go to the Monday and Thursday format. I'm going to be, some of the videos could be 2 parts. I doubt I'll ever go 3-part because I'm going to get to everything. I'm not going to just put it off anymore. Shout out, check out channels, videos to check out. And I also will be looking at some older videos, not just the newer videos that come out. So guys, until my next video,